Howdy, folks. How we doing tonight? We are talking about the my take of the Trackzilla made by Extreme Industries. So I haven't packaged this thing up, so let's package this thing up for you guys so that it is fully ready to rock and roll. TC1, 2. All right, let me come over here, and you're just gonna get to see the reverse process of putting into your server, basically. No, that's the wrong button. So anyhow, the datas are going to be copied from my data, put in this data, open that stream, my stream, cftz1, cftz2, cftz1, cftz2. We're doing good there. Grab the FX manifest, slap it in there. Then for the files that go into Smart Vehicle, as you'll see, I go into the Smart Ladder. Mine's still named Smart Ladder. Yours, if you're on a new one, is probably Smart Vehicle. Whatever you name the script, that's entirely up to you guys. In here is the vehicle folders, and like I'm going to come in here and I'm going to look for cftz1 and 2. I'm going to copy them from here, but you guys can put yours in here. And bada bing, bada boom, there they sit. So you'll grab these and you'll put them in your vehicle folder. And you've got the data of the datas, the stream of the streams. And quite honestly, oh, I want to do it here. You could just take this and rename this if you wanted to, pop it into your server. However you set your server up, that's up to you guys. I'm not here to tell you how to do your job, you know. All right, let's get this server fired up, and we'll go take a look at what's going on in server. How we doing? We're doing all right. I got so many freaking assets in my test server, just because it's fun to play with stuff. All right, let's fire it up. Passy, there we go. What are you doing back there, old man? Listen to that annoyingly loud noise. Pop out of server real quick.
I feel not.
Back in. So, of course. All right, so spawn code is cftz1, and this is the wide stance version of the machine. And then we have cftz2. This is the narrow stance version of the machine for putting it onto a trailer. This one here, make sure you're moving forward or backwards before turning, because if you turn in place, it tips. It's just due to the handling line, because it's set to rotate around the vehicle center like a skid steer does, because of the tracks can't move when they're in this position for turning. They can move, but it'll only be like 1 or 2 degrees. That doesn't really make any sense. Yeah, just make sure you're moving before you try to steer, and you'll be all good to go. You try to steer before turning, tipsy. Like you got drunk or something. From here on out, they're both the same. So that guy's just going to go sit in that corner. Alright, so in the seat of the machine, you can go to colors, and you can change the main cabin and frame colors. Ugh, wrong. God darn it, wrong buttons. Secondary color is the main body paneling of the machine. So you can have it be whatever colors you really desire. This one, it's got all 4 track turning. Makes it pretty handy for getting around the job sites. And I need to change the time because it's getting dark for some reason, even though it's 7 in the morning. Alright, so if you turn on your headlights, you're going to get the light bar up there and all the lights in the front. When you're backing up, you have reverse lights, and when you turn on your headlights during the daylight, those turn on. At nighttime, you have your headlights, which is just the bar on the cab, and you've got your work lights after you press H again to turn on your headlights. So you got the 2 little ones there and the big light bar, and then you press H again for your high beams technically. So this turns on your work lights front and rear. Then you still have your reverse lights when you go in reverse. Thought that would be kind of a nifty, something different for this particular machine. Something else I did that's kind of cool is I put the cab and this little structure bar on the trunk and hood nodes, so you can angle the cab up. This is handy for when the arm is way up in the air. You can pretty much see the forks. And if you want to haul it down the road, since the cab is a little bit tall here, you can hit the bonnet, or no, this is the trunk boot, and it'll fold this down, bringing the cab down, but it clips to the ground. So this rotation also assists with that. Now it's lower to the ground, it's lower transport height, because if you wanted to transport it without the arm on it, you could just tell it to reset vehicle. Now you don't have to deal with the arm, and the arm's going to come back anyways, just because of how the script works. Now you want to use the arm. Alright, while you're in it, you're driving it, you press X as an X-ray. And it'll give the little message there about you're now controlling it and whatnot. Up arrow is up, down arrow is down, left arrow and right arrow pivot the bucket. Currently, right now, it only has the forks. In the future, I'm going to get the whole gimbal thing model that the Trackzilla videos have of it carrying a big steel roofing panel. Just no one's available to make that right now, and I figured it's still a fun machine to play with in the meantime. Number row 1 and number row 2 fold the forks up, and while you're holding space in number row 1 and 2, you can widen your forks to have wider or narrower forks, whatever you would like. Left shift and left control go in and out with the arms, and that's pretty much it. There's gonna be an update to smart vehicles, so the next thing I show you is currently broken, but not like in a oh my god, it's broken forever situation. And that is if you press E as in Edward, you get some strobe lights or work lights. They're going to strobe until smart vehicle updates. It should be coming in the next couple days. They're working on that right now, and they should just be solid if broken or random update. But yeah, that'll be fixed, and those will just be work lights facing forward, and you'll be all fine and dandy. So you ain't gonna have nothing to worry about there. Go back to some daylight. We'll just turn them off. And you'll blow the horn whenever you do that. If you don't want the forks on it, you can press number row 3. And the forks and the bucket part just disappear. You press them to come back. If you ever want to get out after controlling it, you have to press X again, then press F to get out like normal. There is a collision point for the winch script on this little clevis here, and also on the forks. So the forks don't do anything currently. They're set up to keep it even when you are operating it, but the script doesn't allow for that feature to do anything yet. So just kind of keep your eye on that. In cftz, we'll bring this back down. We're going to drive over here by our buddy. And when you have your forks near anything, you press G as in George, and it will attach to the forks. It actually attaches to the bucket part of the forks, and you'll probably want to adjust that to whatever you're going to be picking up. That's really simple. You come into the Lua, come down into the Lua a good ways, and on number 6, the bucket frame, you're going to want to adjust this. So like the Y is off. I can set this to 1.8 ahead. And why did it do that? Oh, I know why I did that. Now it's going to be 1.8 ahead. The Z and all that is fine, but you can adjust this per whatever vehicle you're picking up with the machine. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Then you press G and it lets go again. If I didn't tab out of the game, it would work a lot better. I upset it, but that's okay. So don't tab out because it upsets me. But that is quite literally how these guys work. Kind of a nifty little setup, and yeah, you can lift things up whichever way you really want to. You can pick things up, put them down, the lights, painting. Nothing real fancy in the cab, just a bunch of buttons. So, bada bing, bada boom.